Puffins, we love you. You're an amazing seabird. You make a great cereal. We love Puffins. Yeah.
Make great books.
Great books.
Great
Wonderful books. I love Puffins. You're here promoting a film that is about finding yourself, that's about nature, that's about birds. Tell us about the Outrun.
Yeah, I've made a movie about birds. It's funny, I'm actually not a huge fan of birds either.
Ooh.
I'm not. Yeah.
So how was this?
Well, I'm just a bit like, what's it all about? Apart from like a puffin or an owl, I'm sort of like, I'm alright. But we have a lot of seals in the film as well. We go beyond that, of course. It's actually based on the memoir of this woman called Amy Liptrot, who comes from the Orkney Islands, which is predominantly where the film is set, and it's about her recovery from alcoholism. So she kind of reached her sort of peak of self-destruction in her late 20s, and it was all about her building herself up again.
And you spent a lot of time in the Orkney Islands for this. So what was that like?
My relationship with Orkney was sort of spread out over probably about 6 months. We didn't shoot the movie until the summer before last, but lambing season in the Orkney Islands in particular is in April. So we went up earlier and I started to work on the farm, which is where Amy grew up. And I learned how to basically help a ewe give birth to her lambs.
Whoa, you became a sheep midwife?
Essentially, yes, that's what I am first and foremost now. And so that was a really helpful way in to just understand the environment that she grew up in. And I think on top of that, you know, even though it's not purely just a story about addiction, that obviously plays a huge part in it, and alcoholics and people who are in recovery are heavily featured in this film. People who have never acted before, who really kind of put themselves out there for the sake of this movie. And so I really wanted to do them justice and feel like I could do something that was authentic and genuine and honest. And you know, one of the things that really struck me from spending time with these people is that they have a sense of humor towards it all, because there's a humility that comes out of literally reaching rock bottom and having to build yourself back up again.
What was the thing that made you go, I have to make this?
It was the book. It's Amy's writing. It's so kind of fluid and poetic without it being pretentious. I hadn't ever come across an account of addiction before that was quite like that. It's unbelievably honest, but it's beautiful to read. Like, it's a pleasure to read her writing.
Did you see any seals while you were swimming?
In Orkney?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There's like multiple scenes where she sings to seals and calls them, and I have a place in Ireland which is by the sea, and there's this one seal that pops up every time I come back home, and he's always really curious. And he's like, oh, is that who I think it is?
Have you named him?
No.
No? I mean, what's he look like?
He just looks like a seal.
Okay.
He looks like a dog in the sea.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what seals.
That's what a seal looks like. But my surname, Ronan, actually means little seal.
Whoa.
So maybe I should call him Ronan.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's sort of kismet. Did you know that before taking on this role?
I did.
Oh, okay.
And I'd always offer it up to people, and they're like, I don't care. But I feel like now they might.